So I originally got involved as purely an actual client of Clayton. So I had a job in Warrington in Birchwood at the time, and I wanted a PT, and I'd never had a PT in my life before. And Clayton was that person. So we purely had that relationship for, I want to say, I don't know how long I was with you for, because it was whilst I was working. It was actually me leaving that business that ultimately, because I wasn't coming to Warrington anymore at the time. But I guess we kept in touch, and you I remember sharing with me where you worked, this dream of starting your own business, and you wanted to build a gym, and I was really supportive of you, and I was giving you any sort of advice, but it was purely just as whilst we were working out. And then I offered to help build the website, which I did, and that actually then led me on to building a system for you, actually, because for a lot of people probably don't know this, but obviously gym systems are actually fairly expensive, like to manage payments, to see how many members you've got, all that sort of stuff. You just kind of take it for granted, this sort of stuff, and it's probably something that you tell me if I'm wrong, but like I remember us just talking about all the things that you wanted to track, like just attendance, or if someone has actually paid the money when you were quite small, you could recognize people by their faces, but as the business grew, how do you do that? So I helped build a system, but that was purely it. That was my involvement, and it was only then, probably it was October 2019, that Clayton, I can't remember whether we met at the gym or we went for like Nando's or something.
I think we actually went to Starbucks or something
at
first.
And I remember you just talking about some of the challenges that you were having, and it just felt like you were almost a bit stagnant, and I was trying to keep you motivated a little bit, and a little bit of a pep talk. And then I can't remember what triggered us to just say, well, we were talking about the whole idea of if you aren't growing, if you aren't pushing the boundaries outside of your comfort zone, then you're almost going backwards. And I remember saying the words like go big or go home kind of thing, but to go big or go home you need capital, and we talked heavily around the need for capital. We talked about me investing into Ascendancy and what that would look like, and we debated, and I remember creating an amazing slide deck, which I'm sure you remember.
I do remember that, I do.
Of my proposals of what the sort of business could look like, and sort of how we'd redo some of the marketing and stuff, so some of the stuff that I thought I could add value around digital marketing, and we talked heavily around this idea of going more neon-y, purpley, more modern and fresh, and then we agreed, and I became a director in around October, November 2019.
Yeah, spot on.